is the face of a survivor. When police officers arrived at this house, they found a helpless Jacqueline Durand, naked on the floor, surrounded by two vicious dogs that had just attacked and bitten her over 800 times. Sam, can you hear me? Are you the only one inside? Is a big dog right next to you? The dog bites had ripped off her ears, nose, and face, and she had lost 30% of the blood in her body. If the first responders couldn't get past these aggressive animals to help Jacqueline, she would die on the floor where she first met the dogs just days earlier. Jacqueline had been working as a dog sitter for about 7 years before this fateful night. During her routine meet and greet with the dogs a few days before the attack, they seemed well behaved. And their owners assured her the dogs would be crated when she arrived to watch them. But that wasn't the case. When Jacqueline entered the house, the dogs attacked her so quickly that she didn't have time to close the door behind her. And if she had closed the door, she'd probably be dead. During the attack, Jacqueline wasn't able to call for help, but luckily the home's alarm system was triggered by the front door being left open, alerting first responders. Above the open door was a sign that read, "Crazy dogs, please don't knock or ring the bell." Were the negligent dog owners ever punished for the attack? How many hours of emergency surgery were needed to save Jacqueline's life that night? And what does she look like now after her long road to recovery? Dog attacks are more common than you might think. Between 2005 and 2017, there were a total of 433 deaths caused by dogs in the United States. But on the night of December 23rd, 2021, Jacqueline Durand was determined not to become just another statistic. When first responders arrived at the scene of the attack, it took them 37 minutes before they were able to enter the home because the dogs were being so aggressive. By the time they got inside, Jacqueline had already sustained over 800 dog bites and lost 30% of the blood in her body. She was rushed to a trauma center where she underwent 7 hours of emergency surgery before her parents were even notified. Since then, she's gone through 18 reconstructive surgeries, plus physical and mental therapy on her road to recovery. But what about the dog owners? Have their lives been impacted as much as Jacqueline's? Well, the short answer is no. The owners never faced criminal charges, but they were slapped with a $1 million lawsuit from Jacqueline. The lawsuit accuses the couple of being careless as they allegedly didn't control, secure, or train their dogs properly. Now, Jacqueline has shifted her focus to more positive things, like being an example of what dog owners should do to prevent such attacks. She runs her own YouTube channel where she documents her recovery process and spreads her message worldwide. Jacqueline still has years of reconstructive surgeries ahead of her, but she also has the love and support of her family and her long-term boyfriend to help her get through it all. Even though we call dogs our best friends, we should always be cautious around them. You know the warning signs of a dog attack? Sometimes it's not as obvious as them baring their teeth. Sometimes what you really need to pay attention to is their ears.